my business real, knows it like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you've been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Boosted on my cardio, I used to get the run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down, tear it down. Everybody eating this a party one kind of time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the league, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, the only thing it do is veer off. Showing fake love, I can tell it once I see it all. I just stay cool, acting like it wasn't weird at all. Most of the people that you meet are not who they appear at all. If you want on top, then you wouldn't hear it cheer it all. But I ain't got no top, I don't need a chandelier at all. I ain't got no talk cause I be really out my mind. When the hate don't work, I guarantee they get the line. They all talk dog, it's a room full of Bryans. I'm royalty, that means that it's in my bloodline. All hail the king, made the president resign. And if I'm not the king, then I'm making doves cry. I'm stepping on the scene.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. Today, it's week 3, and we've got a good one in store between the Detroit Lions and the Minnesota Vikings. 2 weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. Kene Nwangwu now out of his end zone. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Cook. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down. Now this defense for the Lions, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Here's Cook again. And he'll push forward to the 37, gain of 2.
Sometimes you're aligned perfectly and the play comes to you, and sometimes you got to cover some ground to go make the play, as we just saw there.
We saw a great example of perseverance right there on that play.
Got to be careful. They might want to throw one over his head as this game progresses.
3rd play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. To throw, Cousins. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return, and the Lions will take over. They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a 1st down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Here's the first carry for Northwestern's Justin Jackson. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's 2nd down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll go to the air here on 3rd and 2.
That's into the hands of Khalif Raymond.
And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 39. Right about 20 yards on the pickup. Officially, they'll say it's going to go for 19.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
On first down, it's Gibbs, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
That throw taken in by Jameson Williams.
And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
Back to throw.
He's got this complete to Williams.
And he is going to have the Lions first down as they manage to convert. And that'll keep the drive alive. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
So this offense able to convert on 4th. And now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10.
Up the middle they go. Gibbs, and he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
On 2nd down, it's Gibbs, and able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3.
They will run for the first time with David Montgomery. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. The Lions with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
First and goal from the 6.
Now a handoff up the middle. Gibbs, and that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. 2nd and goal from inside the 5.
And they'll run again.
And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Lions post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Cousins now to throw on 1st down.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The Vikings sit 2-0 here to begin the season, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
To throw again on 2nd down, Cousins.
That's complete to Justin Jefferson. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
Very nice catch there by Justin Jefferson, one of the best receivers in the game after just 2 seasons in the league. As a rookie, 2nd-team All-Pro, and then in his 2nd year, was 2nd in the league in yardage. This guy continues to grow and get better with every game.
On 1st and 10, Cousins. Flush to his right. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. But this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain. Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. Touchdown, Vikings.
Dalvin Cook,
his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings are an extra point away from evening this one up.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They go play action here on first down. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Now back to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's third down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down.
Credit that sack to Marcus Davenport.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. Third and long, why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play-action sack. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return. And the Vikings will take over here, 1st and 10. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Now a second down throw for Cousins. Steps away to his left. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Osborne. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Got an open man finding Jefferson. And he will have a Vikings first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
A first down throw for Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Throwing back across his body.
Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Now, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On play action, they'll throw. They'll roll him out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs.
I hadn't met a quarterback yet that didn't enter the league with a massive chip on his shoulder if he wasn't a first-round pick. They want to show the league that they made a big mistake. Determined to get the first down there, no hesitation at all to tuck it and go. I bet he would have tried running through their entire defense if it meant reaching that marker.
And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. So a touchdown apiece. That's what we have to show at halftime as they head to the locker room. 7-7 our score. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They'll drop to throw. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
A throw over the middle taken in. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. It's a first down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the first half.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. That catch now puts him on the doorstep of 500. It's his 499th reception. They'll run on first down. It's Gibbs. And a pickup of about 4 down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Back to the ground, this time Montgomery. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Patterson's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they find themselves down on the scoreboard following the field goal a moment ago.
And I think even though they trail in the game now, I would consider that a win for their defense, and that's probably what they're telling the offense when they get to the bench. Hey, the onus is on you guys now. Get back out there and get us the lead back.
It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Cousins gives way to Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Second down, they go right back to Cook. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Give them 18 there and give the Vikings a first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
And that's called winning at the point of attack, isn't it? Right there at the line of scrimmage. I know he's a little bummed out now. He doesn't get credit for a tackle for a loss, but no gain, his guys will take that.
And speaking of winning, to be as cheesy as we can, he was the winner of the NFC Defensive Player of the Week award from last week, so he's really stringing together some good football.
So not only did he get a gold star, he might have gotten a gold watch too, huh?
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. His throw incomplete. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football, 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
Well, let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins to throw it. Yeah, he's got it. Touchdown. Justin Jefferson, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Vikings have taken the lead here in this third quarter. Joseph connects on the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as Grant opts not to return it. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Throw caught by Raymond. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Back to throw now on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's right. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 15 yards down to the 15 and a first down. Final minute now in the third quarter. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's right. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down. So a decent gain there, but not their 4th consecutive first down like they had on the first 3 plays.
You sound almost disappointed there. You want to fire the offensive coordinator on that one or what?
They had gotten into a rhythm. I thought they were just going to keep going.
Well, almost a win for the defense, but if that's your win, you're not doing very well right now.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5. Up the middle they go. Gibbs, and he's brought down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive, and here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. It's a 1-yard touchdown run. And the Lions have taken the lead here in the final seconds of the third quarter. And when the smaller guy can't power it across the goal line, Charles, sometimes you need to go with a fullback. They did. It worked.
What's that thing about force and mass? How's that?
Oh, yeah. Force equals mass times acceleration.
Oh, that's big-time stuff. That's from the same guy the apple dropped on his head, right?
Extra point by Patterson, up and good.
And it's now 17-14.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone.
And he will be taken down here on the return on what will wind up being the final play of this third quarter. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1.
Again, it's Cook. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Well, those two have hooked up for a touchdown once already in this game, that time unable to find the completion.
Yeah, it just appeared they wanted to get him out into open space and try and get him the football. As you mentioned, unable to connect.
And here's Ryan Wright now,
as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Returnable for Grant.
And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive.
A slant to Jones.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a 1st down.
He has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path, a significant number.
And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's got his man. It's caught for a Lion touchdown.
Jamison Williams.
50 yards.
And the Lions use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Patterson now for the extra point.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. Nwangu now from his end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. And they work this well upfield across the 45. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. To try again after the sack. Cousins. Open man is Osborne. He's got him. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on 1st down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
Slot man moves right. Play action now. Cousins. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Justin Jefferson with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Vikings have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Joseph on for the extra point. It's up and good, and this now becomes a 24-21 ball game. Now Joseph tees it up to kick off following the touchdown. Grant, he will not return it, and his guys will begin at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try and bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
1st down, they run again. Here's Montgomery. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. And his defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They'll go to Montgomery to try to wind some clock. And he'll get it out to midfield. They'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 43 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. Whistles and a timeout at the 2:05 mark. So this defense wanting to get one more pause in before the 2-minute warning, and they do just that. Montgomery on the counter. And he is not going to go anywhere. They're going to get to him behind the line, and that is going to get us to the 2-minute warning. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. On second down now, it's Gibbs, and he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 4 yards on the pickup there, and now they're left with a 3rd and 8. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late fourth quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Open man is Raymond. He's got it. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Jones will come now in motion right. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions first down as they wind up with a gain of 11 there on 4th down. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
So now following the roll of the dice, they've got a 1st and 10 inside the 35. What a finish in this one, Charles. You know, this group, they come in, they have to fight a hostile atmosphere every snap. They get the late score, they get the victory, and that flight home, it's going to be a little sweeter after this one.
And Brandon, just like you, I was fired up for that last sequence. How about that? Wouldn't you have loved to have been in the huddle when they were mounting that game-winning drive? Big-time moment. No one shied away from it. They tuned out the crowd, kept their heads, and executed the way they needed to earn that win.
So for the Lions, it's an ideal start as they move to 3-0 now on the young season. And they will head home next week to take on the Seattle Seahawks. Meanwhile, for Minnesota, they suffered defeat for the first time as they dropped to 2-1. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Black superheroes. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city. Need a black superhero.
You need a hero like me. Military mind stated, and I keep a in a degree. You can label me a Huey P. Made a martyr out of Martin, out of Malcolm, out of Mega. I refuse to let these dirty devils, make Michael a beggar. A hero CEO, I will go Magneto for my people. Give me liberty or death, that is my credo, not my ego. Dressed in a tuxedo, into party, alter ego. Killed your leader in gazebo, did it for the people. Love what motivated, I did not do it for hatred. But I truly hate the devil, I cannot debate or fake it. I was asked a question and the asker thought it hard. If I was facing death and I could ask one thing of God, I would ask for every to be free here and abroad. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God. And to be rightfully celebrated as a child of God.
Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Our own kind took nip from us. Money still reading God we trust. Truthfully we envy, so why we so envious? And why our own kind envy us? Pac said it's hard, but we gotta keep our head up. Going even though we know we fed up. It's hell attention, plus we ain't careful where we all pay attention. I need all my real soldiers on the front line, fighting for the right just one time. So unstoppable together at the same time, with the same mind. Yeah, we're born to be high and always above what's beneath us. So every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
I'm talking bulletproof kind of suit, reflect the struggle that they put us through. With the strength to fight the power like Chuck D do. With the insight to be equal. No disguise needed, a voice that finds reason to multiply. People in the streets for the cause. Marching on Washington miners, we'll be walking through walls. Type of superhero show up when ain't no one to call. That'll shield you from them shields that been killing us all. High beams for eyes to peep the villains in the dark. Power of resolution for a war would even start. The knowledge to build and grow where they live and take care of the kids and the older folk. The queen cause they need it most. Politic with the kings about economic growth. Cure PTSD cause mental health ain't a joke. Feed the hungry and dope. Everyone would know everywhere we go.
Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero. It's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to keep that faith and know that. Well, guess you got mine, I got your back. I know it's gonna take one of us to save us. It's gonna take love and a lot of trust. We just got to keep that faith and know that. Well, guess you got mine, I got your back. I know. Every block, every hood, every city, every ghetto. Need a black superhero.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted. East Coast and 6'4's hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands, deep up in them trenches. It's no difference. Neither one play games when swinging for them fences. We want the finer things that's expensive. They hit them either close range or at a distance. If God for me, why bother? I got my game from the Godfather. Top of the food chain, rock bottom. And handle my business when it was my problem. G. Flossing with a gold chain. I got my Turkish rope with matching gold things. Bomber jacket in the winter, it's a cold game. I met some East Coast up in Spokane. Some of the realest in this dope game. I got my curly top looking like special ed. Clean fade on the side, bumping that red head. Clean tags when I ride, ducking the feds. East Coast, they get that bread. You put the, you end up dead. Them West Coast, they leave that spray. And now you got all in your dread head.
If God for me, who could be against me? I guess all of that's against me. They the ones stirring up the conflict. They try to make it out like I'm conflicted.
Still trying to the riches.
East Coast and 6'4s hitting switch. It's not a conflict of interest.
Cut it with the business. West Coast rocking them Timberlands. Deep up in them trenches. It's no different. 4th and inches. I'm finna hit a lick and handle business. I got her down. She real vicious. Rock-a-bye, baby. No witness. This is not even a conflict. You on nonsense. Got the same way in Brooklyn and
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to South Florida and Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Miami Dolphins. Evan McPherson has this one teed up, and we are underway from Miami. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. Two and a throw right away. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So much for coming out throwing, as it leads to an early 2nd down and long. Another try after the 1st down sack. Tua. And going deep for Hill. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to step out of bounds all the way down on the other side of midfield. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. He's going to take another shot here. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Flushed out right. And he'll just get rid of it.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the 1st quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. You think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder?
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm was going forward. Incomplete pass. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle, 44 yards. And the Dolphins are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that makes the score 7-0. Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders. From the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Going to lead up the Bengals here 1st and 10 at their own 27. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on 1st down because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on 2nd.
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst, with it. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And some space here. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
Well, that's what you get, apparently, when you try to take on a Pro Bowl cornerback. And what a play there to make the interception and also bring it back for 6.
And he is so good that we've seen teams absolutely stay away from throwing the ball at him. Here, he's just reading the quarterback's eyes the entire way, makes a great play on the football, and turns it into 6.
So they throw the pick-6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This one taken just inside the 10. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
It's pretty early in the game, but they've already tried to establish him not just as a runner, but as a receiver as well. Didn't happen there, but I wouldn't be surprised at all to see them try again shortly.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Burrow. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Boyd. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And this one is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Oh, that's into double coverage in it.